In order to begin box modeling the fairy, first of all, we need a box. So we're just going to start by dragging a box in our front viewport that's approximately half of the body. We're going to convert it to an editable poly. Now from here, let's go to object properties and make it see-through so we can see through to the modeling planes behind. Now we're just going to go to the vertex level and we're going to start moving stuff around. Now, the idea here is that I'm just trying to approximate the volume of the rib cage and the volume of basically the hip structure. So all we're really doing here is setting up for the next set of extrusions, basically. So let's grab our whole center line here and move that. We're going to look around in our perspective view and see that we're still really boxy. So since we started with a box, it only makes sense that that's going to happen. But before we really get too far along in the process here, we want to make sure that we start rounding out the volume of the form. So as I bring those closer to the center, and we're going to move the whole thing forward, and then again we're going to start adjusting and approximating the volume of the character. And again, we're starting by really looking at the rib cage. The breast basically sits on top of the rib cage, so we kind of need to use the rib cage as the reference for the volume of the object. Now I want to make sure that I'm keeping things at the center line, and then again from the side we want to grab vertices and make sure that they're closer into the center. So as we round out the volume of the form, we'll start to see things take shape. So here we want to work pretty rough, pretty loose, pretty quick. We're just roughing it in. This would be the blocking phase. So we're just blocking out the character, approximating where things are. Alright, now we need to add a bit more detail here in order to continue blocking out our form. So I'm going to go to Edge and we're going to Shift Select around there, and then we're going to use either Connect or we'll go to Loops and use Flow Connect. Flow Connect, like we showed before, actually adds volume by interpreting between the connected edges. So then as we look around, we see it kept some of the volume there that we want for the shoulder. So we're going to grab in another spot here. Let's grab right across here, and then we'll do Flow Connect again. And then go back to Vertex, grab vertices, and start moving them around. So every time we add loops, we want to make sure that we go in and make the adjustments right away, because if we wait too long, we're going to have a whole bunch more stuff that we need to try to make adjustments to all at once. So it's definitely better to begin rounding out the form as you add detail to the object. Alright, I want this set of edges to be forming the volume of where the arm is going to come out of the shoulder. So as I look around here, I want to make sure that I have my edges set up to allow me to do that. And here, obviously, is where the legs are going to come out. So again, we want to make sure that we have at least some feeling of roundness to the form. Otherwise, as we start extruding the leg out, it's going to be really, really challenging to try to make sure that we maintain the volume of the roundness of the thigh. All right, so in the next video, we will be working on the thigh itself.